Hello and welcome. Let's continue building our scene. So in the last video we add detail to our house like this little detail and give more character and make it more interesting, and we put everything in collection called house, so it's easy for you to hide and work with your scene. And we gonna continue build our scene and organize and put them in collection so it's easier to work with. So first I'm gonna select everything and we're gonna build a house base in this video. So press G and Z and move it up a little bit like this because I don't want the house to be on the ground. So G, Z a little bit more like this, should be fine. Okay, and if you go to this menu and if you add this one and this one, you can see we add two more icon there. So this is very handful. So if you tick this one and now your house being freezed, you can't select them and accidentally move them around. So it's easier to work with our scene. And let's add another object, but first we want to move 3D cursor to the middle. So right click and snap cursor to the world origin. So we add another object here, shift A and add plane. This time press S and scale just to have a basic ground for now, and let's put this one in new collection as well. Press M and new collection. Let's call this one ground, and so we have new collection which is called ground. We're gonna freeze this one as well like this. We don't want to accidentally move this one. And let's add another object for our house base. So shift A and add another cube like this. G, Y, move it to the side. G, Z, move it up, and S and scale down. Del or dot on your number pad to focus on the selected object. S and Z, scale down like this, and S and Y, that should be fine. Tap to go in edit mode and select this face, G and X, and move out like this. Tap to get out of edit mode. Let's see how big this one it is compared to our house. G, Z, move it down to where it should be, and G, X, and move it back. So we want some space in front of our house. We don't want too much space at the back. So tap to go in edit mode again, G, X, just to give a little bit more space in front of the house like this. Should be fine. And G, Y, move it to the side. We're gonna make some more copy of this. When we build the house, we add all the wood and then we add the detail, but this time we're gonna duplicate another one and we're gonna add some detail, and then later we're gonna copy them. So select both of them, tap to go in edit mode and Alt R, and I'm gonna add 4 loop to this one and Alt R, and let's add 3 loop to the next one. Press 1 to go select vertex mode, and again Control Shift and B and add some detail to this one. But if you see it's not working right, so tap to get out of edit mode, because if you go to here our scale is not equal. So what you need to do, you need to reset. So I'm gonna select both of them, and if you hold down Control and A and reset the scale, so now all of them is 1. So if you select each of them, because it's really good all the time, don't forget to reset the scale, otherwise it always gonna give you the problem. So let's continue add detail to these, and then we're gonna duplicate them later for our house base. So I'm just doing same thing the one we done for the house, but this time first we add detail and then we're gonna copy. Just is different way to do the same thing. So which way you prefer is up to you. but it's better to spend the time with this one and give the detail you want, because sometimes when you do this way or the other way, you're still gonna find some just obvious duplication between them, so it's better to do separately. But because I don't want the video to get long, so this is just give you a different way of doing, just as a technique to use in your workflow. So let's add some more on this side. Some of them small, some of them a little bit big, like this. Because this the way you can hide when you have similarity between when you copy same object. Sometimes you just rotate and move a little bit some vertex around, it make a little bit different, and probably maybe it's not gonna find out, but it's good to spend some time and make it different from each other. So let's add some little bit more, because sometimes we're gonna rotate this one just to hide they are not the same one which has been duplicated around our scene. Let's do this one and small one on this. And also if you want like a little bit more detail and spending more time, there's other way you can do. Like for example, I'll just give you one example. You can press K to get the knife and just do something like this and enter, and then again knife and cut this one like this, and then just move this one down. Or you can make a cut all the way and add more detail. This is just give you an idea, and I'm happy with this one for right now. Okay, tap to get out of edit mode, and now we have a 2. So let's duplicate this one, Shift D, Y, copy it to the other side. And because if you look at this, it's too obvious, this kind of thing, so you can press tab to go in edit mode and just make little change, and they will look different. Let's add one more. Okay, sorry, it is late night, so probably my voice is not sounding really good, but I hope you find this tutorial or the course is beneficial to you. And let's change a little bit of this one to not look at similar to this one. That's one way. And let's, for example, copy this one again, Shift D and Y, and move to this one. The reason I copy same one, because just give you another way to hide, you know, the similarity. So R and X and 180 like this. So what we have done, we just rotate our wood like this way. And now if you add just a little bit of detail or just move few vertices around, it's gonna look different like this. Should be fine. Okay, and tap to get out of edit mode, and let's copy these again. So all of them, select all of them like this, and Shift D and Y and copy like this. And if now you just hold down hold down Shift and R, whenever you press R, it just copy another one for you. So probably let's move all of these, because you remember we freezed our ground and house, so or you can select your new object freely, and that's benefit from doing that and organizing your scene. So G, Y, move to the side, and let's delete some of these. We don't want them, so I'm gonna delete this one because that's really the one which is similar to the, which is obvious. If you look at this, very easy to see the similarity between them. So what you can do is just go here, R, X, and 180, and that's gonna be height, and other way, top, to go in edit mode, and select this vertex G, and just move a little bit like this. Probably let's make it a little bit different. And also because all of them in same level, so G, X, we'll select like this, G, X, make some of them a little bit longer. This one, G, X, and this one, G, X, this one as well, G, X. Sometimes just from one side, G, X, and G, just move it down or up a little bit like this. And this is just give you an idea, and I'm gonna leave it like this because the video will be really long, and probably for some, like, you know, doing exactly same thing, probably I'm gonna speed up. Let's add another object, this G, Y, move it out, dot on your number pad to focus on this object, S, scale down like this, S, scale down a little bit more, G, Z, move it up, and top to go in edit mode, 3, and select the top face, G, Z, and move it up like this, just where it should be. And let's duplicate this one again, Shift D, and X, and G, and X, move this one to this side, and let's add some detail to this. Select both of them, tap to go in edit mode, Control R, let's add 2 loop to this one, and Control R, and add 3 loop to this one, just to make them different from each other. Number 1, to go in select vertex mode and add some detail, because this is just repeating same thing, so probably I'm gonna speed up when doing this. I'm gonna speed up the video, but if you're happy to keep it in the normal speed, please let me know, because this is really, it's gonna help for the next time when we doing video like this. And tap to get out of edit mode. I believe that should be fine for now, and because they have a really sharp edge, so let's add modifier. If you go here and add bevel modifier like this, just to make it give a little bit more interesting look, because this sharp edge is really doesn't look good. So just find the right amount. So I believe 1. So if you look at this line, if you hide it, it's like this, but this is just when you light in your scene, it really gives nice effects. So let's add to this one as well. So you can select this one and select the one which is have modifier, and just select copy to select it. So now this one have same modifier. So now select both of them, G, Y, move it to the right place. This is another way, like for example, or same like we've done with this one, Shift D to hide, you know, the copied object. So move to the place, and let's rotate this one. So RZ90 like this, just look different. If you still see something like similarity, do again RZ90 like this. And also at this point you still have chance to go and add something a little bit different if you want to, but I'll leave this one to okay. Just little detail it give, like for example, if you just move these vertex as well, it give it different shape and should be fine. Okay, and let's do this one because they are similar. So RZ90 and leave it like this. Let's duplicate this one again. Control Shift D, Y, move it to the end like this. Let's rotate this one RZ90 and should be different from the other one. Let's just in case make it a little bit different. Just add a little bit. That should be fine. I'll leave that one. Let's add one here. And that should be fine. Let's rotate this one RZ90. Even these maybe you're not gonna see at the back, so don't spend too much time on the C, which is not gonna be showing on the camera, but this is just give you an idea. And let's duplicate this one, Shift D and X, and move to this side like this. We're gonna add some steps for our house. Let's copy this one again, or just let's copy this one again. Shift D and Y, because you get the idea. So RZ90, and we're doing this just for the sake of tutorial, so I don't want this video to get really long. And let's copy this one, Shift D and X, move it like this, and RX90 like this, and G and Z, move it up, and G and X with this way, sorry, and G, Z, move it down, and S and Y to make it longer like this, and S to scale down, make it smaller, and G, Y. Let's move it to the right place, G, X, and let's make it S, Y, so just on S, Y, just scaling on Y direction like this. And let's make another copy for other area as well. And don't forget to Control A and reset the scale. Shift D, Y, copy to this side as well, and R and Y90. And tap to go in edit mode, just give a little bit Alt Z to see through, select all of them, G, and move some vertex around like this. And Alt Z again, tap to get out of edit mode, just make it a little bit different. Let's copy to other side, select these two, Shift E, X, and dot to focus on the object which has been selected, G, X, G, X, because we don't see that, but if you want to give a little bit change, you can do that. I'm gonna leave it like that. So shift, I think that should be fine for that one. Let's add one here. Let's duplicate this one to make a difference. Shift D and X and R and X 9 0 like this. G Z over up, G Y. Let's focus on this one, and S to scale down like this. G X, G Z over up, and S Y like this. And again shift D, R Z 9 0 minus, and move to this side. G Y, and G X, G Y over in. That should be fine. Let's copy, and again shift D Y over here, and R X 9 0, just to give a different look. And you can change as well like this, going in and change it, but I think should be fine like this. Okay, that should be fine. Let's copy some of these for this place as well. So I'm gonna select this one, shift D X, and move all the way like this, and G Y move it out like this, and let's scale down on X. So S X and scale down like this. G X move like this. Let's copy some more, shift D Y, Y, and G Z. Move it down like this. Tap to go in edit mode, and let's make this one shorter. So SX, and tap to go in edit mode, and let's move this vertex a little bit. To make them a little bit different. And let's duplicate, shift D Y, move it out, G Z, move it down, R X 180, and let's duplicate again, shift D and Y and G Z, move it down like this. And let's change this one a little bit. Let's copy this one, shift D X, move to the side, and let's G Z, move to the ground, and let's rotate this one. So R and X, and rotate this way like this, and G Y, G and Z, and S to scale down. Let's focus on this one, and S and Z twice. Okay, that should be fine. And let's change the modifier we have applied to it. So let's make it less. If it's still visible, let's double check. I think because it is 0, sorry. So let's make 0, 0, 1. Careful a little bit. If you look at here, see the difference. Because when the light hit, it just, you can't put 0, 0, 2 if you want a little bit more like this. Yeah, I believe that's better. So let's copy to this side as well. So Shift D and X and copy to this side, and again R, Z, Z and 9, 0. So just rotate this one, and let's add some detail, probably just to make it a little bit different. Or just move some vertex around. Let's add another one here. J connect. So this time we add the house base, and because we spend the time on these detail, so I believe for this video to not get longer, this should be enough for this video. And next we're gonna add another maybe shelter here or add some more detail, and we're gonna carry on building our scene and make it more interesting. So probably I'm gonna leave it here, and I will see you in the next video. But let's, before leaving, so put everything we have done in this, because you remember we have freezed our house on the ground, so we're only selecting the new object. So press M, new collection, and then I'm gonna call this one house base, like this. And again, you can freeze this one as well, so nothing can be selected, so you can add more object to your scene and work with it easier. And even when you want to hide something, it's easy to work with. I'll see you in the next video.